Hey everybody, Mr. Schrader here with classical guitar video number 3. This is going to be the final video for the right hand alone technique stuff. So thus far we've been talking mainly about doing things in default position, where each finger in the right hand is playing just one string. Now when we're playing melodies on the classical guitar, it's not really advantageous to just let one finger handle one string, because sometimes we have notes that are on the same string. So if we did that, that would have just used my index finger on the third string and my second finger on the second string, or my M finger, sorry, on the second string. And that's not as advantageous as sort of allowing those two fingers to alternate back and forth to get a little bit smoother melody control. So let's talk really quickly about a couple exercises to get comfortable with this alternating thing. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is literally just spend some time alternating back and forth. So I'm sticking both my index and middle finger on the first string up here, and I'm just going to alternate, plucking, then back and forth. I and M, I and M, I and M. Kind of do that back and forth. Again, with a metronome is a great idea. Until you get really comfortable with that. I, M, I, M, I, M. Being able to do this in a regular rhythm with a metronome to keep you honest is going to be really helpful as well. And then switching, so instead of starting with I and going to M, we're going to start with M and then go to I. So we would go M, I, and then we would move on to using M and A. So we would do the same, M and A alternating, and then A and M alternating, starting on A. And then we want to develop the alternation between I and A as well, just so we have a really rounded concept of technique, and so we can do whatever we might need to do in any given musical situation. So if you're already down here alternating, you might as well develop all of the permutations. So I and A, back and forth, and then A and I, back and forth. And I would do this for maybe 10 measures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, up to 10 on starting with I, starting with M, going to I, starting with M, going to A, starting with A, going to M, starting with I, going to A, and then A going to I. I would do that on the first string, and then all the way down to the 6th string. And then if you wanted to, all the way back up. There's no limit on how much time you can spend on this. I spend a lot of time on this myself. One thing about technique really quickly, before we sort of had our hand in this position here, but you'll sort of notice that it's really hard to get two fingers on the same string when your hand is at this angle. So what we're going to want to do is just tilt the hand ever so slightly right at the wrist until those two fingers are equal. So one last exercise for if you get this alternation on open strings totally down, start doing some alternation like this. Really quickly on how to practice and get to that. So I would do I and M for 4 counts, open, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret again, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, and open again, like this. And then I would switch to M and I, M and A, so on and so forth like you were doing previously. And then go down, instead of doing 4 strokes like we did in the first one, go to 2 strokes. So and then go through the finger pairing permutations, and then get to the point that you can do single strokes on each note like this. And then alternating through the right hand permutations as well. Something that could be really helpful, especially getting to the 1 stroke per note situation, is to try to think a little bit more about your right hand and maybe say the names of the right hand fingering out loud. Something like this: I am, I am, I am, I am, I. I find that really helpful, just to keep yourself honest and make sure that you're truly alternating. This is going to help a lot with being able to play the melody, being able to play fast passages that all happen on one string, or even medium tempo passages that all happen on one string. Have fun practicing.